Here is some long lost footage of my sweet little niece and I making homemade caramel popcorn for people that we love. And we did it last fall, but we had some technical difficulties. I was able to recover the footage, so here it is just in time for you to make it for your friends, family, and neighbors for Christmas. Enjoy!
Why are we supposed to wear these?
That is how they'll be able to hear us.
That's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I am Rachel Hamm. This is the Rachel Hamm Show, and this is my adorable niece. Do you want to say your name?
My name's Presley Roberts.
Presley, Miss Presley. I invited Miss Presley to come over to do something very fun with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are 5 love languages. Have you ever heard of that? 5 love. So what it is like 5 different things that make people feel loved. So it's like physical touch, like, oh, I love you, or like saying nice things like, Presley, you're so good at cooking, or doing things for you, like, here, Presley, let me carry your towel for you, or what are the other ones? Gifts. Presley, I got a towel for you.
Thank you.
What is the words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, acts of service? What's the 5th one?
Quality time.
Quality time. Presley, come spend time with me. So those are the 5 things that they call the 5 love languages that help people feel loved. But
really languages.
No, it's just like a way to express love. That's why they call it a language. You're expressing love.
I would call it the 5 love things.
Yeah. The 5 love things. But what I have always said is that I think they have actually missed my love language. My love language isn't on the list. You know what mine is?
What?
Food. I think food is my love language.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because I love food. And when people give me food, I love it. And I love to give other people food. And something that I love to do is to make people feel loved by having them over to my house and cooking for them. And that's something you probably notice I do a lot, huh? Because I have you over a lot. I must love you a lot.
And the apron.
And the apron.
Food.
Yep, got our aprons on. And so that is something that I do to express love. I cook for people. And so I wanted to tell you how I really feel like right now, especially as a nation and really maybe even in the whole world, we're really experiencing some hard times and people are really stressed and I think kind of even miserable. Like when I go out around town, I feel like I can feel people's stress. And
you can sometimes see it.
Yeah. How do you see it sometimes?
Like people go like,
yeah,
something.
Yeah. And just like, I don't know, I just feel like people are not doing very well. And so people need encouragement. Like, how does it make you feel when I invite you to come over for dinner?
It makes me feel included.
Included. You are included. And does it make you feel like it's like a nice break from the normal things that you do? Like, it's,
yes, cool.
Yeah. And it like refreshes you. It feels nice to go to someone else's house instead of just be at your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your mom's glad because your mom doesn't have to cook, so it's a blessing to her. It's just a wonderful thing to do. It's a gift you can give people. And I feel like right now more than ever, we really need community. We really need to be coming together. Remember the other night when we had that big family dinner and we're all sitting at the table in my dining room? Remember when I started talking about how blessed we are?
Yeah. And how we started talking about the things that we love.
Yeah. So I think that kind of stuff, these flies. I feel like that kind of stuff is so important right now. It refreshes your soul. It encourages you. And I just think more than ever, we need to do that. So I invited you over to make a special little treat that I like to make during the fall season. Fall is my favorite season. What's your favorite season?
Winter.
Winter. Why?
Because our ponding basins fill up and geese and cranes and herons and ducks come over and some of them like make nests and lay eggs and then we get to see babies.
Oh, so fun.
And my dad just loves it.
Yeah. I love winter too. Winter is definitely, like winter and fall are both my favorite. I think the reason I like fall is because I hate the heat. So, when summer's ending and fall's beginning, it starts cooling off. And I always just get so excited when it starts cooling off. Yeah. So that's why I love fall. And I love the colors of the leaves. I think that's so pretty.
And spring is also good because of all of the colors of flowers and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's when like the ducks and geese have their babies and that's just adorable.
Yes, it's true. It really is. So I guess we really have 3 great seasons. It's really just summer that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
At least where we live because it's so hot here.
But we do get to go swimming.
We do get to go swimming. And at least I have a pool, which is nice. You can go swimming in the pool. But fall is really my favorite. And during the fall season, I always like to make a special little treat called
Caramel popcorn.
caramel popcorn. And it's so easy to make. And it's also a great little gift. Like, it's good for neighbors or coworkers or to give to family members. You just make the caramel popcorn. It's incredibly delicious. Put it in a little cellophane bag, put a bow on it, put a little note. You can totally bless someone's day with it.
I vote red bow.
Red bow. I vote red bow too. Okay, so we're gonna get started. All right, Presley, why don't you, so actually, let me tell you all of the ingredients first. We're gonna have 2 bags of microwave popcorn, some salt. I normally use sea salt, but I was out, so we're just gonna use regular salt today. Vanilla, corn syrup, and 2 cubes of butter, and a bunch of brown sugar. So I've already popped the popcorn, and we're gonna do something kind of weird with it. We're going to put it into a brown paper bag.
Exactly why?
Well, I'll show you why. But it's kind of rare to get these. So at the grocery store now, you have to actually like specifically ask for them. At least here, I don't know if that's the way it is everywhere, but in our town, you have to ask for them. So every fall, I start asking for brown paper bags so that I can make my caramel popcorn. So we just are going to pour the 2 bags of popped popcorn into the brown paper sack. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, that's all popcorn.
So then that is all ready to mix, because we're actually going to mix the caramel in this bag, and we're going to shake it in here. That's why we put it in here. Now, I have made this with regular popcorn that you pop on the stove, and I have found that microwave popcorn is actually better because it's coated in butter.
Definitely.
And more butter is more better.
Yeah.
The more butter, the better. Okay, so why don't you open these 2 cubes of butter and put them into the pan, and we will get started with making the caramel, the most important part.
Definitely.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to lay out the parchment paper, which is what we're going to lay the caramel popcorn out so that it can kind of harden. So I just lay out either like wax paper or parchment paper. I'm going to turn it over so it doesn't roll.
The butter is starting to melt now. It's starting to like thaw. It used to be frozen, now it's thawing. Where did I put this? In a big pot?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pot that's on the stove is where we're going to put that.
Is we're going to melt it?
Yes. I'm going to turn the stove on. There we go.
That took forever.
Yeah, it does. Our stove is kind of...
It's a good thing when I got home I washed my hands.
Yeah, you know what? You want to wash them again right now? Because you probably got a little bit of butter on them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the...
I know. Fancy.
Yeah.
I like how it's censored.
Yeah, it is kind of fancy. It took a while to get used to it, but once I got used to it, I liked it. The sensor. Okay, so while that's melting, we'll just let that melt all the way before we add the brown sugar.
That's melted a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your favorite color?
Magenta.
Magenta. It's been magenta for a long time.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, it is really pretty. You're right. So how was school today? Thank God you don't have to wear masks anymore.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Even though I had a special type of mask that I could breathe through.
Yeah.
Like after recess, okay, everybody get your masks on.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing?
She just wants to... Nikki!
Nikki?
No.
No.
Go on. Go on.
Go on. This caramel popcorn is not for you.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on. Good girl.
Whoa.
Go on. As long as she doesn't jump on you or lick you. No. Go on.
No.
Nikki really wants to cook with us.
Really?
She always stands right beneath me when I'm cooking, because she hopes that I drop just like a little piece of food so that she can eat it. And she will eat.
Once
whatever
I accidentally dropped a piece of tortilla, and she was like,
yeah.
And when it got it. And then she started barking for more.
Yeah, 100%. She
Stop
likes
it.
to eat what she's not supposed to eat. And you know what's kind of weird? So do I. Okay, it's getting melted.
And also, what do you mean by that? Like, you want to eat?
Well, like, caramel popcorn is not good for you, but I want to eat it anyway.
I love to eat candy.
Yeah.
And candy corns.
I guess we can kind of relate to Nikki.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Except we're humans and not dogs.
Exactly.
And we do wear clothes.
I have found that kids love to help with cooking. When my boys were growing up, they always loved to help. My 16-year-old actually still really likes to help me cook. And when they're little, it can require a lot of patience. So I didn't always let them help because sometimes I didn't have the patience required to let them help. But as often as I could, I would let them help because they loved it and it made them feel included. And I think it's so good for them to learn how to do some things. Nikki. So that when they grow up, no jumping. Oh, she thinks that we're trying to play.
No. She does like to play, though.
Maybe we should go put her out.
Put the leash on her.
Okay, we need to go ahead and put the brown sugar in, or else it's going to be too late. So it's all melted.
Wow.
I'm going to turn the temperature down a little bit to like medium low.
Nikki, go. Go.
Okay, Presley, take a look. I'm putting in a whole cup of brown sugar. Ooh, goodness, did I get you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, here.
Nikki,
Why don't you start stirring that and try to just ignore Nikki? Let's see if she goes away.
So this is how you make caramel? Oh, I see.
Stir it real carefully so it doesn't splash out.
I see. It's starting to turn into...
And then I'm going to put a whole nother cup of brown sugar because just like butter, the more the better. Okay, let's see.
Nikki, no.
Just ignore her.
She's trying to eat the butter.
Try to ignore her if you can. She'll go away.
I see. It's starting to turn to caramel.
Yeah. Okay, so see how I'm stirring it real slow and gentle?
Yeah.
Go ahead and stir it like that. Real slow and gentle. And what it's going to end up doing is it's actually going to slowly blend together, melt together, where the sugar actually melts into the butter and it becomes caramel.
Cool. So this is how people make caramel.
Yeah, it's really neat. And it takes like a couple minutes, so it's not like super quick, but it's also not super long. And then
it's not like you have to wait a whole year for it to turn to caramel.
No, not a whole year for sure.
Then this video would take forever.
Yes. What's your favorite? Do you like to cook at home? Like, do you cook with your mom?
Yeah. I always ask my mom if I can help her cook.
Yeah. I find that most kids like to help cook. Do you? Yeah. Do you think so?
Preston is the only not fan of cooking in the family. Even though he has done it before.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
He still isn't a big fan.
Yeah.
It's starting to turn.
Yeah,
I need to try this recipe at home.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, wouldn't it be cool if you could make it all by yourself? And surprise your parents.
Except I'm not really able to like use the stove because the one time I used it, I almost burned myself.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I might probably need to be a little older before you cook by yourself.
Yeah.
I guess.
My dad said that I need to be approved by him and mom until I'm able to use it by myself.
Do you ever cook with Gigi?
Yeah, whenever I spend the night at her house, we bake cookies.
Do you know how blessed you are to have a great grandma that you get to spend time with? That's what Gigi is short with. Great grandma.
A great grandma. Like a great great grandma.
Yes. Like she is an excellent great grandma. Like that. Yes. Yep. She is so sweet. You are very blessed.
Oh, look at that.
Looking good.
It's kind of like slime.
Let's see. Ooh. That's starting. See how it starts bubble? It's starting to bubble?
Yeah, pick it up.
That's when you know it's getting close.
There's still a lot of butter.
There's still a lot of butter, definitely. But if you keep watching, it will eventually all become one. Yeah. And then, why don't you grab the corn syrup and the vanilla, because that's going to be the next thing we're going to add.
Move, Nikki. This is my spot.
Great.
Hold this.
Yeah, that's actually what we're going to put on first. But you know what's interesting? Vanilla has alcohol in it. So whenever you put alcohol into a pan, you're supposed to turn the heat off first. It can cause a fire if you don't. So kind of interesting.
Well, if it did catch on fire, then this would be...
Yeah, no, we definitely do not want it to catch on fire. The fan is...
Are we going to put it in there?
We're going to put it in the brown paper bag. We're going to pour it over the popcorn. Okay, so it's...
And then shake it.
Yes.
Oh, so this is how people make it.
Yes.
And crumb popcorn. Did they do it exactly like this?
Yeah. This is exactly how I make caramel popcorn.
No,
and
like, is this how the people in the stores make
yeah, I mean, they might do it slightly different. I don't know. I've never made it in a store, seen how they make it, but I'm assuming it's pretty similar. So, have you ever bought caramel popcorn somewhere else? Like,
it? I sometimes buy it at Costco, Walmart, and Target.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if you think mine is better or theirs is better. Here's a hint. You should say mine is better. Don't you think?
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah.
look at it.
Whoa. Now that is starting
See?
to become caramel.
Yeah, so it's starting to kind of foam.
It's still like slime, though.
Okay, so we're going to turn the stove off at this point.
You're just turning it on.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now go ahead and pour a little bit of the vanilla in.
Like how much?
Approximately a teaspoon.
I don't know how much a teaspoon is.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Oh,
There we go. Now stir it.
Whoa.
See how it started bubbling more when you put that in?
Yeah.
That's what the alcohol does. So if you leave the stove on when you do that, it like goes crazy. It's like too much.
Wow.
So
This
doesn't that look
looks like
good?
slime.
Look at it, Ethan. Can you get like a close up of the caramel?
It looks exactly like slime.
Yes.
It's been like slime.
Except for this slime is delicious. Okay, so now we're going to pour a little bit of corn syrup in. I do about 2 tablespoons.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah, and you can leave this part out if you're like not wanting to have corn syrup because of how bad it is for you. But it does make the caramel popcorn, kind of gives it that sticky texture and makes it like really extra delicious. And it also has vanilla in it, which makes it, it's kind of a little
More vanilla.
more vanilla-y, yeah. Okay, do you see how that really looks like caramel?
Yeah.
All right, let's show the camera.
This guy.
Yes. Okay.
What are you doing?
So do you see how, look at how the butter like really melted in. It's not like all totally separate like it was before.
And it mixes nice.
Yeah. Okay, now it's time to pour it over the popcorn.
Ooh,
So grab the bag and put it on the ground. That's the best way.
Nikki, no. Move it.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is awesome. Beware of Nikki.
Nikki, no. Boy, she's being
Crazy.
the pest. I really like to scrape
Do I get to lick it out?
Well, it's super hot.
Yeah.
So just try to ignore her. That is best. Okay, now wait, real quick before we shake it, I'm gonna stir it like this
To get the caramel everywhere?
Yeah, just kind of give it a quick stir, and then
But what if it like sticks to the bottom and like just doesn't?
it does stick to the bottom, but it's fine.
That's
It still works. Yeah. So you fold it over like this. So it's kind of close.
I was right. This is gonna be good.
All right. Now we're gonna pour it out onto the parchment paper to let it cool and kind of let the caramel like set so that it's not.
And then we're gonna put the salt on it.
Yes.
Ooh, yum.
So you
I'll
just
get
dump it out.
Whoa!
Look at that. Yum.
It got everywhere.
Yes. Okay. Now just kind of spread it out with the spoon so that it's like, like a single layer.
It's starting to separate. I think we're supposed to like get something right here, maybe.
Okay, good. Now, yeah, you better taste it.
That's amazing.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go like that to kind of break it up, so it's like more like individual popcorn pieces instead of chunks, because it'll kind of like harden together if it's in chunks and be in chunks. So I want to get it where it's more
I think there's
separated.
a chunk right here. Yeah, there's a chunk there.
Okay, and then what we're gonna do is sprinkle just a little bit. Normally I put sea salt, which is better. So if you have sea salt, that's the best way to do it. But just a little bit of salt.
I do.
Okay, so if you make it at home, you're set. All right, little bit of salt. And it's so interesting how the salt makes the sweet taste even better. So I'm gonna put that so that the fan isn't blowing it. Okay, now what I do is I go through and I try to pick out the kernels so that people don't hurt their teeth, you know, like when you're biting into it. So as much as you can, just try to pick out the little kernels that you see.
It's weird how, like, it always, like, when you're making popcorn,
Yeah.
how it doesn't get all of the popcorn. It just gets, like, most of it, and there's still
There's
pop
always a
kernels
few.
left.
Yeah, it's true.
More like a million.
Yeah, that's true. There are
I just
kind
found
of a
two in
lot.
the same place.
Yeah. So then after you get all of the kernels out, or as many as you can find, you know, then you do something very important. Do you know what it is?
No.
You eat it.
That's good.
So good. Okay, 1 out of 10 score. What do you think?
10.
I think so too. Okay.
Definitely better than Costco
That's what I
and
was gonna-
Walmart and Target.
That's what I was going to ask. Okay, good. Well, who do you think we could be a blessing to today? Like, who could we share this with?
Mm.
You know who loves caramel popcorn? Pop.
He does?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a fan of caramel and popcorn.
He actually goes a little bit crazy when I make caramel popcorn. Like, it's almost like
hurry up, I want to eat it.
it's like he can't stop eating it. It's like he's addicted to caramel popcorn. So
Exactly
maybe,
like I said, hurry up, I want to eat it.
yeah. So we could take him some, or who else? Because see, that's why I like to make it. I like to make it to be a blessing to other people.
We could do it to my mom and dad.
Do you think your mom and dad would like caramel popcorn?
Oh, definitely.
See, and while you're doing this, of course, you have to
Like, eat them.
just, snack on it. This is a good afternoon snack when you come home from school. Good snack for our grandkids when they come over. Of course, I don't have any grandkids yet, but maybe someday.
Not like when I grow up and get married. You never know.
You're my niece, so if you have kids, I would be their great aunt.
Oh, my bad.
Not their
I'm
grandma.
not an expert on this.
Yeah, no problem. Do you know any nice girls that we could introduce my cousins to, my sons?
I do have two best friends that are really nice.
Well, but how old are you?
9. Why?
Might be a little too young.
Oh.
Because they're in their 20s.
They can still meet them. They're really nice.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Lola's in my class, but Hallie's in Miss Buckley's class. Oh, I found one.
So good. Okay, it looks like we got most of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So let's find a little bag. We'll put it in it, and we'll go take it to someone. So we can be a cheerful, bright spot in someone's day. What do you do when you want to be a blessing to someone?
I usually make friends with them and be nice to them.
I've seen you make friends, and you're a very friendly girl. Like, I remember when we were at this restaurant, and there was a park right in front of it. Remember at Mad Duck?
Oh, yeah.
And you went over to the grass area and introduced yourself to some girls there and made friends with them and started playing with them.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You're a very friendly girl.
And you're a very friendly aunt.
Thank you.
And a good cooker.
Thank you. I also find you to be very fun.
I do love to play.
Yeah.
And I'm good at gymnastics. A few days ago, I learned how to bend over into a back bend.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after we get your apron off, I'd love to see that.
I might fall because I'm not really a pro at it, but I can still do it. I've done it before, but a few times when I try, I fall on my head.
Okay. All right. Well.
But it doesn't really hurt.
Okay. Well, maybe after you practice a little more, then you can do it. All right. Well, that is the end of our little caramel popcorn cooking session. Now it's time to pack it up and head on out and show
The world.
the world our love. Well, not the world, but someone, one person at least.
More like
Or maybe two.
More like 4.
I mean, because you're brothers.
Yeah, and my mom and dad.
Yeah.
My brothers are gonna try to sneak into it like every second. Like,
Yeah.
no, I just want one more. Oh, come on, just one more.
I think we didn't make enough.
Maybe we could do this recipe again. Like, in 1 second.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to be enough for all 4 of them. Well, it might
I
be.
mean, it used to be like piled up here.
Yeah.
In this round.
Then we keep eating it too. Oops, sorry. So good. It's like, it tastes like fall to me. I always make it in fall.
More like caramel fall. Like you take fall and add caramel on it and some sea salt.
Well, I'm going to get the bag to bag this up. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed Rachel and Presley's cooking show. And I hope that you will use your home, use food to be a blessing, to express love. There's something about filling your tummy that also kind of fills your soul. And I think the world really needs, well, they need that right now. That they need someone to be refreshing and encouraging to them, and maybe that can be you. I hope you enjoyed our show. Presley, thank you for doing this with me.
Welcome.
I appreciate it.
Sounds like a fun idea.
Yeah, it does. God bless you, and know that you are loved. See you next time.